Start with first thing this morning is something that's a little more basic. It's looking at how people search. Before you can talk about advanced concepts, it's important you understand the fundamentals and that the advanced concepts are enhancing those fundamentals. If you're not enhancing them, you're probably on the wrong track. And so throughout the next couple of days, you'll often hear me say the word the consumer, the searcher. My background's in personality theory psychology, looking at why individuals make decisions. And so it's important, if you see a statistic like 2% click-through rate, well, that means 2 people liked your ad, 98 people did not like your ad. You have to look beyond the statistics to the actual people. Think, why are those people not clicking on my ad? Okay. So it's not necessarily why are people not clicking on it, why are my stats so low? It's why is the person in the back corner not clicking on my ad? Thinking back to that individual. When we think about why people search, people don't search they want to browse the web. If they want to browse the web, they go to dig, they go to stumble upon. People go to a search engine because they want to know the answer to a question. It's a reason we go to a search engine. However, people don't think in words. We all think in concepts. So you can't think at a search engine yet. So what happens is basically you have some scenario going on in your life. You have some question you want answered. It's a concept first. You take that concept, and then you have to formulate it into words to put it into a search box. These are known as advertisers as our keywords. From the search perspective, it's the search query. This is what someone puts in a search box. So keywords are actually people's thought processes. Now, what's also important, before someone hits the submit button, they have a scenario, they type in a word. Before they hit the submit button, something else happens. As people, every time we do an action, we have an expectation of results. You have an expectation of what you would learn today. You'll have a different expectation after this morning of what this afternoon will be like. We constantly refine our expectations. This happens in search as well. When someone types in words, they're expecting to see certain things in that search result page. They'll see that page. If they don't like it, it doesn't meet their expectations, that's when people refine their queries. They search from a different search engine. They abandon the search and go to lunch. So as a marketer, your job on this page is to say, my ad has the answer to your question. Come over here, I can give you that answer. Whether it's a phone call, an email, an e-commerce buy, I can give you that answer. Now, if someone sees your ad, I think that holds a promise of my answer. At this point in time, they know 135 characters about your business. That's it. They don't know a whole lot about your business yet. So that 135 characters, that ad copy, sets the expectation for what they'll find on the landing page. So that's why it's so important that your ad copy describes your landing page appropriately. They see your ad copy, assuming it looks like it holds their answer, then they click on it and they see your landing page. This is often the very first brand interaction you'll have with the searcher. This landing page needs to answer the consumer's question. What is the information they need to find before they can do business with you, or how do they contact you? So it's important that the keyword, ad copy, and landing page create a synergy to help someone find their information. We're going to talk about all 3 of these things throughout today. So what's important, though, is why people go online in the first place. Number 1 reason is communication. It's always been communication, whether it's email, IM, Twitter, Google Wave. But the next many reasons people go online is a search engine to find information. Search for maps or driving directions. Again, finding information. Research a product before buying it. Finding information about the product. Your information retrieval has changed over the past few years. 10 years ago, you asked someone where they got information, they said trade magazines, newspapers, television articles. Now when you ask someone where they find information, it's online. When surveyed, what would happen if you didn't have access to the web for a day? 43% of people, and this was 2 years ago, these numbers are higher, said it would completely disrupt my life if I didn't have access to the web for a day. Now, I know I personally get annoyed when it goes down for 5 minutes and don't have access. I can't imagine a day without the internet these days. So our information retrieval has changed to online. So what's important, though, is there are times you'll be advertising. You're like, why is Google doing that again to me? They're not out to get you. It kind of goes on a search result page. There's 3 goals happening on any page. The search result page starts because someone does a search. They want to find some information. Well, a search engine's goal, they want to give relevant results so that you come back to their engine and search again. So their goal is a repeat searcher. Now, as a marketer, your goal is you want to put a relevant offer in front of someone so they do business with your company. So it's important that Google looks for a repeat searcher, you look for a consumer, where the actual searcher is saying, someone give me the answer to my question. So in thinking where to align your goals, you have to play within the policies of the search engines. We'll talk about some of those policies today. But when aligning your goals, the consumer is the person who actually does business with you, that keeps your business running. So it's so important to make sure you align yourself with that consumer. And so an important concept is that advertising is not advertising when it is information. Now, to put this into a real-life scenario, let's say you're a fan of the Toronto Blue Jays, and let's assume they're playing the Chicago White Sox this weekend. Think, you know what, I want to go to Chicago and watch the game. So you hop in the car, you start driving down the interstate. You see billboards on the side of the road. Who cares? They're ads, right? We've all seen many billboards. We care less what the signs of the road say. After a couple hours, you start getting hungry. You know what? I think I want to stop and get some lunch. Well, suddenly those billboards are no longer ads. They tell you, you can get a McDonald's and eat in the car. Here's a local diner. You can get out and stretch your legs for a while. They become pieces of information that you're actively seeking out. Once you eat, you're full, you get back in the car, you start driving. They're now ads again. Who cares? And you get to Chicago, you think, I forgot to book a hotel room. So again, you start looking at billboards to find what are the hotels nearby. So while offline, we look at ads when we're seeking information, online, our behavior is seeking information. So consumers are constantly in that give me more information mode. So it's important not to think of your ads as gimmicky ads. Those have a place, in television. There's a place for ads like that. Not online with text ads. Text ads are about giving someone enough information to make a decision.